It's time to refresh. It's time to renew. It's time to be bright. It's time to be new. Throw out the dull, throw out the old. Shut this, shut that. HNY. Happy New You. Happy New You. Happy New You.
The Jabong Happy New Year sale is here. Minimum 40% off on over 2 lakh styles. Up to 60% off on top international brands, sportswear and more. Extra 15% off on app. Download the Jabong app now. Jan 8 to 17.
Jabong me.
The government made it clear before the court that this government is taking a series of steps to combat air pollution in Delhi. This is going to be a long drawn process, and we have started the journey. And as we have started the journey, there would be certain emergency measures, there would be certain low hanging fruits and short term measures, there would be certain medium term measures, and there would be certain long term measures.
What the odd even formula has done is to reduce or moderate the peak. Don't underestimate that, because this is near emergency level condition, okay? And this is not hypothetical, it is not academic, it concerns your lungs.
On to the top national stories then. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has upped the ante in his fight with the centre. He has responded to the centre saying that only the court can stop the DDCA inquiry. This is after Najib Jung, Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, wrote to the Delhi government today saying that the panel set up by the probe alleged irregularities in DDCA is illegal. Jung hit out at the root of this probe, saying that the Delhi government does not have the jurisdiction to probe the matter. He also raised concerns over former Solicitor General Gopal Subramaniam being part of the panel, calling it a conflict of interest. This would provide fresh ammo for a standoff with the Kejriwal government that has claimed persecution by Najib Jung in the past. Congress MP Supriya Sule is the latest to join the ranks of those who prove that Indian politicians shooting themselves in the foot is not passé. Sule, daughter of NCP leader Sharad Pawar, said that she often diverges to conversations regarding saris and parlours. According to the MP, the speeches in the parliament were too boring and repetitive to handle. The statement, which received applause from the audience to which she was addressing, has created a flutter among politicians and the general public, with the hashtag #NotFunnySupriya taking the rounds on Twitter.
I think parliamentarians need to understand that they have been voted to power to discuss the constituency of the people, the issues of the people, deliberate on legislation, pass bills, etc. It is serious business because it's taxpayers' money. As far as private time goes, everyone has their private time in which they can do all the discussion they want. The seriousness of parliament must be maintained.
सुप्रिया जी का ये संदेश जो है वो सोनिया जी के लिए है, कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए है। और जिस तरह से कांग्रेस पार्टी जीएसटी जैसे बिल, जिस तरह से कांग्रेस पार्टी देश के विकास जैसे महत्वपूर्ण बिलों पे चर्चा करने के बजाय नॉन इशू पे ज़्यादा हंगामा करती है, हुड़दंग और हंगामा छोड़ करके कांग्रेस अगर जो है वो देश के विकास के हिस्सेदार भागीदार बने तो उसका राजनीतिक लाभ भी होगा और देश का भी भला होगा।
Her statement is not very seriously made. What she means is that there should be relevance when some member of parliament speaks on the floor of the house. Sometimes we have seen that the members exceed, they go berserk as far as the subject is concerned.
Now, there's lots happening on the global stage. Apple is starting the new year with another acquisition. Volkswagen is planning a surprise buyback of its cars as it deals with the aftermath of the emission scam, and Samsung has reported a below-par profit in the fourth quarter. Here's a quick wrap of what's making news around the world.
Apple has acquired Emotion, a startup that uses artificial intelligence technology to read people's emotions by analyzing facial expressions. And while Apple didn't say how much it will pay for Emotion, this is the latest in a series of acquisitions of companies that are well-versed in artificial intelligence. Volkswagen is preparing to buy back as many as 115,000 diesel cars in the US as part of the fallout from the emissions scandal. A German newspaper has reported that the automaker may get to a point where it would rather buy back some of the cars instead of fixing them or offer new cars at hefty discounts. Samsung Electronics posted fourth quarter profit that fell short of analyst estimates. Operating profit is down 7.5% from the previous quarter, and Samsung says the demand for smartphones is waning as China slows down. Analysts expect another tough year of sales as the smartphone market shows signs of saturation.
And with that, it is time now for the Oscars of India Inc. The Economic Times Awards for Corporate Excellence for the year 2015 have been announced. A wide gamut of winners there, ranging from banking to internet Inc. Here is the lowdown on who all get to take home the most coveted golden trophy. It's the gold standard for awards in India Inc. A prestigious honor that separates the men from the boys. ET Awards for Corporate Excellence for 2015 has thrown up a diverse bunch of winners, a mix that is in line with the transformation of the economy. Let's take a look at the magnificent winners who have changed India with their grit and determination. First up, Uday Kotak, who performed a Herculean task last year, convincing the stodgy Reserve Bank of India that amalgamation of two healthy banks also makes sense. That's why he's ET Business Leader of the Year. Kotak, in his lifetime as an entrepreneur, has achieved a lot. But the $2.4 billion acquisition of ING Vaisya may well be the brightest jewel in his crown. Piyush Goyal took charge of Power, Coal and Renewable Energy Ministries this year. Despite inheriting complex and controversial domains, Goyal delivered effectively. That's why he is the Business Reformer of the Year. The Entrepreneur of the Year award went to Kunal Bell, the co-founder and CEO of online marketplace Snapdeal. And for the Global Indian Award, the chosen one was Nikesh Arora. For Arora, 2015 has been a stellar year. The India-born executive was appointed president of Japanese telecom giant SoftBank in June. The Lifetime Achievement Award this year has been conferred upon former TCS chief Ramadurai for his contribution in shaping TCS and after retirement, steering the Skill India program. From individuals to companies, Hindustan Unilever sells more products in India than its global rivals put together. The Indian unit of the Anglo-Dutch giant grew 10% at almost double the rate of the overall market. No wonder then, HUL has been named the Company of the Year.
India's political leaders, the agents of change, are coming together to raise a toast to India Inc.'s remarkable trailblazers. An occasion to celebrate the pinnacle of corporate triumph. An awards ceremony celebrating the most admirable business achievers of India Inc. Standard Chartered presents the Economic Times Awards for Corporate Excellence 2015. Live on the 9th of January, 6 p.m. onwards, exclusively on ET Now.
Make sure you tune in to all the action from the ET Awards this year starting 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'll be joining you live then as well. And with that, it is a wrap on this edition of Russia. Thank you for watching. News and updates will continue on the other side. Keep watching ET Now.
In association with PNB Housing Finance, door to your dream home opens easier with us.
आपकी संपत्ति बन सकती है आपके सपनों का आधार। BOI लोन अगेंस्ट प्रॉपर्टी सबसे कम।
India's political leaders, the agents of change, are coming together to raise a toast to India Inc.'s remarkable trailblazers. An occasion to celebrate the pinnacle of corporate triumph. An awards ceremony celebrating the most admirable business achievers of India Inc. Standard Chartered presents the Economic Times Awards for Corporate Excellence 2015. Live on the 9th of January, 6 p.m. onwards, exclusively on ET Now.
All right, sit down. I want you to try something. I was someplace today I haven't been in 30 years. Guess where I went? The barber.
Watch how Ray puts the fool in foolish. Now, isn't it obvious why everybody loves Raymond? Starts January 14th, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. Only on Ramadi Now.
Tough and stylish TUV 300.
Presented by MCX.
India in the context of other emerging markets over the last 2 years, the outperformance has been stupendous. I mean, over the last 2 years, the equity markets have compounded at 12 or 13% in dollar terms, whereas, most other emerging markets are down by that amount, annualized.
Catch Shiv Puri on Market Makers, only on itnow.
They've crafted a stairway to brand excellence for the Indian masses. But the global consumer hasn't crossed paths with them just yet.
The example from Korea is, again, there was one brand that broke the ceiling, and that was Samsung.
The amount of media spend Indian brands do is not commensurate with our global aspiration.
What I do think India lacks is adequate investment in R&D, innovation, and really creating IP.
Listen in as India's ace marketers discuss and debate their trials and tribulations on making the big transition. This week on Brand Equity, only on ET Now.
After the storm, Dalal Street gains alongside other Asian markets as China moves to soothe nerves, sets yuan value higher and removes circuit limits on trading in Shanghai. The Chinese central bank does its bit to talk up the mood, says it will further liberalize interest rates, also will improve the currency formation mechanism to keep the yuan stable. Volatility is the new normal for global markets, says Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. Amidst rising global risk aversion, Jaitley says India is integrated with the global economy and won't be immune to shocks. Arvind Kejriwal ups the ante in his fight with the centre, says only the court can stop the DDCA inquiry. This after Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung slams the probe as illegal, saying that the Delhi government doesn't even have jurisdiction to probe the matter. Big blow for the Maran brothers. The Enforcement Directorate files a charge sheet against both Dayanidhi and Kalanidhi Maran, along with 4 others in connection with the Aircel Maxis money laundering case. It's the end of the road for Maruti's Ritz. Sources tell ET Now the car maker will retire the hatchback after 6 years in the market and replace it with a compact crossover Ignis.